This is the sixth video in our series of videos on safety shower and eye wash best practice in the workplace. And in this series of videos, we are looking at showers in terms of them being a bit of first aid equipment that reduces the litigation risk faced by a business. In this video, we're going to talk about psychology. What's psychology got to do with something like a safety shower? And any health and safety professional worth their salt will tell you, health and safety is really about behaviour, first and foremost. Human behaviour, getting people to behave in the right way, to adhere to the right safety protocols, to do the right things. This is one of the biggest components of any health and safety system, is getting people to behave in the right way. What's the study of human behaviour? It's psychology. So psychology is very, very important when it comes to health and safety in general. Well, we need to think about some of the psychological barriers that prevent good shower usage. The standards actually state that showers should be used for 15 minutes and that we should remove all clothing. Now, if you're a normal human being, getting naked in front of one's work colleagues is probably not high on your list of things to do in life. So there's a considerable psychological barrier there to actually using showers in the way that they're actually specified to be used in the shower standards. One might think that, well, okay, if you're covered in acid or whatever, then you're not going to worry too much about that. Psychologists would disagree. There are many documented cases throughout the psychological literature on people taking potentially self-harming or even lethal behaviour simply for things like embarrassment or other psychological factors. People aren't that rational. In an extreme example, if someone's in extreme agony, then it's probably not going to be too much of a barrier. But in the more minor cases, it may be. They may shrug it off and think, oh well, maybe I won't remove all of the clothing, maybe I'll just stay under the shower for 5 minutes. And that actually increases the risk of injury quite considerably. And even if the person knows that, those psychological barriers are very, very real. Simple features like cubicle arrangement on a shower, rather than it just being a freestanding shower that's everything is exposed. Have a cubicle in there so people get some privacy. It's a detail that adds cost to the shower, but it may improve the ability of people and the likelihood of people to actually use the shower properly. Another big psychological barrier to using showers is the risk of looking foolish, the risk of disrupting the workplace. And this is particularly true in actually very safe environments where the environment has a lot of pride about how few accidents and incidents they actually happen. There'll be a certain amount of pride in there within the workforce, and so getting under a shower and disrupting everything, getting water going everywhere in the event of an accident, or even using an eye wash and splashing water all over the place, there may be a considerable psychological barrier to actually doing that in those work environments, and that may prevent people, particularly if the accident isn't that serious, from using the eye washers and the safety showers in the appropriate way. Well, we can have things like bowls for the eye wash, so it catches all the fluid, drains it all away, so you're not creating a mess, you're not creating disruption for your work colleagues. We could have catchment sumps and cubicles for freestanding showers. Again, this just encourages people to actually overcome that psychological barrier and actually use the shower properly. And as a result of that, you're reducing your risk of injury and therefore reducing your litigation risk as a business. Another psychological factor, and the final one I'll go on about here because we could go on for ages on psychology because it's a very interesting topic, is if we see showers as non-essential, if there's a perception that showers aren't particularly useful bits of equipment, then they are not going to be used properly. So if a shower just sits there in a corner and we just have some basic training and it's all looking a bit shabby and it's a bit dusty and maybe there's some things positioned under it, because at the end of the day it never gets used unless it's being tested once a month. If that's the attitude towards the shower and that's how the shower or eye wash seems, again, we're less likely to use them properly when the need occurs. By having proper signage, by keeping the shower clear, by having respect for that bit of first aid equipment and training people to actually understand that this is an essential bit of equipment, you need to know where it is, you need to respect it, you need to keep it clear and available for use at all times, because at some point it may save your life. So again, there's a psychological factor there that we can improve by having a high quality shower with good signage, preferably in nice gleaming stainless steel, so the shower actually gets the respect it deserves, even though hopefully it's never actually used in anger.